Leadership candidates who ignore executive recruiters, they put themselves at a serious disadvantage. While you're chasing job postings along with hundreds of other applicants, recruiters are quietly placing candidates into top positions behind the scenes. Here's the reality. When organizations need to fill key executive positions, they usually turn to the executive search firms. In fact, the higher up in the organization the open role, the more likely it is that an executive search firm is conducting that search. If you're not on their radar, you're missing out on top roles in the hidden job market. In this video, you'll learn exactly how to find the right executive recruiters for your industry niche, how to reach out so they'll actually respond to you, and how to build a relationship that keeps you top of mind for these exclusive opportunities. Think of executive recruiters like talent scouts for top leadership roles. Their job is to find, evaluate, and present the best candidates to the decision makers at their client companies. These firms are paid hefty fees to identify and deliver high caliber talent to the executive hiring committees. But here's what most executives don't realize. The recruiters don't work for you. They work for their client, the company who pays their fee. So that's where their loyalty lies. That said, if you know how to get on their radar the right way, they can become a powerful ally in your job search. So how do you make sure that the right recruiters are taking notice? First, you need to find the right recruiters who specialize in your industry and level. Here's how. Use LinkedIn strategically. Search for the recruiters by industry, function, and keywords. Optimize your LinkedIn profile with the relevant terms so the recruiters can easily find you. Then leverage your network. Ask senior level connections for recruiter referrals. Reach out to colleagues who have successfully worked with recruiters, whether they were placed or they used them for a placement. You can do web research to find those niche recruiters as well. Use the search engines to find the recruiters who specialize in your industry and your function. You can use search terms like this: life science executive recruiter or CFO executive search firm to uncover those niche firms. Engage in industry events and groups. Many recruiters participate in industry conferences and professional associations. These are prime networking opportunities for them and for you. If you're finding this video helpful, but you're really not looking to take a do-it-yourself approach, I invite you to visit executiveresumewriters.com. There you can request a free consultation to see if our senior level resume writing and personal branding services are right for you. All right, now back to the video. Once you've identified the right recruiters, you need to reach out in a way that gets a response. Make your first contact concise and professional. Keep LinkedIn messages or emails short and direct. Focus on who you are, why you're reaching out, and how you can add value to them. Also ask how to best stay in touch for future opportunities. Personalize your outreach. Mention a mutual connection, shared industry, or something specific about their firm's work to stand out. You want to avoid the generic messages. When you do connect, be a giver, not a taker. Instead of asking if they have a job for you, ask what searches they're working on and ask if they'd like a warm introduction to people in your network who you think may be a good fit. Follow up without being a nuisance. If they don't respond right away, follow up once after a week or two with a short, polite check-in message. Then focus on engaging with their content on LinkedIn. Engage with their posts or articles. Like, comment, share those posts on LinkedIn to build that familiarity before you reach out again. Finding recruiters is just the beginning. The key is staying on their radar so they think of you when the right role opens up. We advise our clients to stay in touch without being overbearing. Reach out every couple of months with an update on your career and any relevant industry insights that you might have. Be a resource, not just a job seeker. If you come across strong candidates for roles that they're hiring for, pass those along. Recruiters remember and appreciate the value of those referrals that you brought. And engage on LinkedIn regularly. Share your industry insights. Comment on those recruiter posts. Build that credibility so they start to recognize you. And you can leverage industry events. If a recruiter attends or speaks at a conference, use it as an opportunity to introduce yourself or reconnect in person. If they couldn't attend the event, send them your summary of the key learnings. This will help cement that you are somebody who invests in your professional development and you're also committed to staying on top of industry trends. Make it easy for them to place you. Keep your resume updated and ensure that your LinkedIn profile reflects your expertise and your career success proposition. Let's talk about some best practices and pitfalls to avoid. Keep in mind that this is all about quality, not the quantity of recruiters that you connect with. Be clear and specific in your communications. Define your career goals, your next target role, and your industry expertise so recruiters know where you'll be a great fit for their client. Be responsive and professional. We've had hundreds of conversations with leaders who say that they've ignored recruiter calls for years, if not decades. And now that they need their help, they're not getting the attention that they expected. So reply promptly to recruiter inquiries and respect their time. Also, keep your expectations realistic. Understand that recruiters are not career coaches. Their job is to fill the open roles, not find you a job. And here are some pitfalls to avoid. Don't spam the recruiters. Avoid mass messaging or following up excessively without adding any value. This means avoiding temptation to use a resume distribution service that blasts out generic messages along with your resume to thousands of people. This approach doesn't work. And worse, it poisons the well for a future relationship with those same people that you are wanting to connect with. Don't be passive in your efforts. Waiting for recruiters to reach out instead of actively networking limits the opportunities for you. Don't burn bridges. If a role isn't the right fit, decline politely and keep the door open for future opportunities. In fact, you may even know some people who could be a great fit, and as we mentioned before, that's a great introduction. Finding recruiters is just one part of the job search. But what happens when you come across an online job posting that looks too good to pass up? It looks perfect for you. What's your next move? Well, if you apply like everyone else, you're going to get lost in the resume black hole. In the next video, I'll show you a smarter, more strategic way to apply and actually move through that next step in the hiring process. Go ahead and click now, and I'll show you how to set yourself apart from the other qualified candidates.